Well, this week was the official start to the holiday shopping season, and no surprise here between Cyber Monday and, of course, the pandemic this year. Online shopping, incredibly popular, arguably as popular as ever. So what happens if someone meddles with your packages, maybe like on your front porch? Well, Tom Sinus, attorney Tom Sinus, joining us from Sinus Dramis Law Firm, as he does every week, to talk about our state's new porch pirate law. Tom, thanks for joining us. Tell us about that. What is it?
But boy, it couldn't have come at a better time. It just so happens, long before anyone had ever heard of the coronavirus, in December of last year, the Michigan legislature enacted a new criminal statute dealing with the issue of tampering or destroying someone's mail. And that may raise the question, why? I mean, why didn't we have this before and why do we need it now? Well, really, it has to do first with the issue of jurisdiction, this difference between the fact that we have state law enforcement and, of course, we have federal law enforcement. There, of course, has been a federal law on the books forever, really, making it a federal crime to tamper with someone's mail. But obviously, the federal government is not going to be able to get involved in every instance of someone's mail being taken or destroyed. So the state recognized that we needed, as a matter of state law, a state statute that makes it a crime to tamper with someone's mail and gives state law enforcement the authority to investigate, and then, of course, gives state prosecutors the ability to prosecute these crimes. So here we are now, a year later, and as you say, the busiest time of all, perhaps, for people getting packages delivered. And now we have a situation where it is a state crime and potentially a serious crime for those people who decide to go out and steal with or tamper someone's mail.
Good stuff, Tom. Let's talk about how it's investigated and maybe how it's punishable as well.
Okay, so let's start with the punishment, because this can be serious. For first-time offenders, it's a misdemeanor, but the punishment is up to a year in jail. For second-time and repeat offenders, it is a felony, and it is punishable for up to 5 years in prison. So how is it investigated? Well, as I said before, local law enforcement has the ability to investigate. Local prosecutors have the ability to prosecute. But of course, one of the interesting things here, as we all know, is that we all have technology at our disposals in our house that we didn't necessarily buy for this purpose. But if we are a victim of one of these crimes, that technology, of course, can be a huge assistance. I mean, you see people all over the place with various types of cameras on their porch, and that, of course, can be a significant help in local law enforcement investigating these crimes. And remember this too, if you're a victim of one of these crimes, you have a right to what's called restitution. The idea that the person who commits the crime not only has to serve a punishment, but has to pay you back for whatever it is that they stole or destroyed. And here, technology, of course, gives us a great record of those things that we intended to have delivered to our house, were it not for maybe a porch pirate out there.
Porch pirate sounds like a new fantasy football team. I like it. Let's talk about people have an issue with this or anything else. Where do they track you down, Tom?
Well, they can find us online. Obviously, I'm not a prosecutor anymore, and so it's not. And of course, it's not our job as civil lawyers to investigate or prosecute crimes. But we have some information on our website, sinusdramis.com. Give us a call in West Michigan. The number's on the screen. Shoot us an email at info@sinusdramis.com.
Here's hoping it doesn't happen to us. Thanks, Tom. We appreciate it.
For sure. Thanks, Derek.